Hi Leos, it's Mtreetarot. I'm doing our love reading for February 2018. I am wishing us lots of luck, but more than that, lots of love in this reading. If you'd like a private reading, please email me at mtreetarot@gmail.com. My email will be in the description box. Okay, let's take a deep breath and begin. This card wanted to start out, so this is the Leo energy, what's coming between us and a partner, current or future partner, and then the future partner or the current partner. Here's energy is the Four of Wands in reverse. So as we're showing the Seven of Wands in reverse, it looks like we are, as Leos, kind of tired of fighting for love. We're in the mindset of this should be a lot easier than it really is. What's going on here? And our first inclination is to kind of blame ourselves and feel like defeated and take this personally. But I am strongly feeling that this really doesn't have anything to do with, you know, Leos per se, or anything specific to any personality problem, anything that we are doing. This is a social issue right now. Relationships, especially heterosexual men and women, male and female relationships, are, I think, at an all-time low, and there's an all-time high between mistrust between the two genders. So we may feel like, you know, very vulnerable and like a target. We may feel defeated in the whole relationship realm. So then when we look at this potential partner or partner who is getting the Four of Wands in reverse, it's talking about not having a happy home, not being in the honeymoon stage, a false start, things malfunctioning or dysfunctioning relationships, failure of plans to come to fruition, and this is what is representing the partner. So this reading so far looks like it's for single Leos, that the plans for a relationship have failed to come to fruition, and that we should not be taking it personally, because this is something that is kind of bigger than us. So another thing that's coming between a relationship and Leo having one, or a good one right now, is the Three of Pentacles reversed, which is going to be, for me, a lack of reciprocity, some competition on the outside, or feeling that there's so much competition for a relationship with those that seem to be like worthy or of our attention. There's too much competition, or at least it seems that way. And the other thing is that there seems to be like a lack of cooperation, like not only with the individual partners that we may be interested in, but almost a lack of cooperation with the entire universe in setting this up for us. So this reading is kind of deep, I guess. It's not surface. It's more of a collective kind of an energy, and I think this does extend out even beyond Leos. For those people that are single right now and really wondering what in the hell is going on. So what else is coming between Leo and any kind of love relationship? The Queen of Cups. So that Queen of Cups energy is can represent someone who is empathetic, kind, very deep, somebody who's not going to become super emotional unless there is trust, someone who's pretty intuitive. And many of the Leos can be taking on this energy. So even though we want love, we also have learned enough to not just become vulnerable with anyone, right? We are guarded, and that's also supported there by that Seven of Wands in reverse. We do have some guardedness, but the cliches that you will hear in terms of I'm going to present like this contradiction. The cliches that we hear where as long as you're guarded, as long as you aren't vulnerable, don't expect to have a relationship. And then on the other hand, we also hear be intuitive, don't just be vulnerable with anyone. They need to earn your trust. You need to be selective, right? Those two ideas come in conflict with one another with us. And so I think what this reading is saying is confirming that we do need to be intuitive, and we do not need to just spill out our emotions everywhere for everyone to see, because it's not going to put us in a position where we feel like self-empowered and where we're protecting our own hearts. So let's move on with this kind of a deep reading. Tell us more about a potential partner's energy right now for Leo in February 2018. Justice. This major arcana card is telling us that, you know, we do deserve love. We deserve to have that ideal partner, that partner who can match us. I know I've talked about this before. And don't think that we are not worthy or that we do not deserve this. Of course we do. Everyone deserves love. And it just so happens that if it's not happening for us right now, there is no reason to blame ourselves for it not happening. And I know I kind of maybe be repeating myself, but it's kind of important for us to be able to move on and move through daily life, because Leos can be very hard on themselves in general. And I'm not saying don't self-improve or don't look to some of your own faults, but I'm saying that in general for Leos right now, the reason you're not meeting a match is not due to you and your own defects. It's something bigger than that going on right now. Tell us more about Leo's energy in February 2018. What is Leo's current energy in 2018? I don't know why I took the card from the bottom of the deck that time, but that was my inclination. So the Two of Wands, the cards are confirming for us this is a journey. This is something that we can continue to kind of look forward to, a positive relationship, but at the same time, we also need to move on in terms of not letting it totally overwhelm us and take over our day. That we need to put ourselves out there. This card, Two of Wands, is also saying that we need to look for adventure. We need to keep our eyes open and deliberately be aware of people around us, opportunities for meeting someone, joining groups, talking to people, maybe talking to strangers in safe social settings, being less guarded with just superficial talk and in social situations. And I keep seeing, you know, just talking to somebody in the grocery store or in line while you're waiting at the bank can at least give us a little spark of hope, I'd say, even if it's, you know, nothing materializes. Talking to people of the opposite sex more freely, opening our eyes to them, smiling and looking at them can really help. It's not going to help us really meet somebody necessarily, but it's going to help us feel better. Like we actually had an interaction with someone from the opposite sex today, and it might bring a little smile to our face, right? Okay, so what else is coming between Leos and a relationship? By the way, the Justice card could mean you're involved with a Libra, and the Queen of Cups there could also mean that maybe one of your exes was a water sign, and that you may be some of you may be somewhat preoccupied or hung up on your past relationship with a water sign, which could also be another thing interfering with being open-minded and open-eyed to meeting new people at this point. So fast energy is coming through. So what this is telling me is we should slow down and pay attention to the people around us. That sometimes we're really goal-oriented as Leos, and like if we're at work, we're only working, we're focused. If we're at the grocery store, we're only there to get, we're there to get our food and go. But it's telling me that our own fast energy could be standing in the way of us noticing when there are opportunities to actually just start conversations with members of the opposite sex or same sex if we're interested in. So be aware of that. Just a little bit of advice there. Try not to rush through. Stop and smell the roses. In other words, pay attention to the people around you when you're out in the world, just doing everyday errands and even at work. Not to say don't be focused on your goal, but put your head up a little bit, look around you, smile, and make an effort to have some conversations with everybody, both men and women, just to get our little bit of social on, because that will always make a Leo feel better. A lot of us are extroverted, or at least, somewhere in the middle between extrovert and introvert, and we are very flexible, and sometimes when we aren't social enough, we start feeling really down. So that is our reading for February 2018. I don't see any, new starts right now, but it's not a bad reading at all. I'm going to try this month, and good luck, Leos. I will see you in March.